this masjid. There are some people who are here just because of the nightly update or the, your update. But this is, so what I'm saying is that the election, we chose you guys with the vote, and that's what this community and everybody needs to respect. A tough decision has been made. There are sentiments, but we cannot tear our community down every time that there's a tough decision made. So thank you, and I'm sure you guys have put in hours of deliberation into what you have decided. And I also understand that there's probably a lot that you don't want to divulge on this forum, because we don't want to diminish the services that Mufti Wasim gave us for the past 1 year. So I thank you for that, and thank you for all that you guys do for us.
I'll get to everyone when they
Question. So somebody asked a question about the fundraising that was done recently. It was a lot of money, I think over $1 million they mentioned. And why was this money not going towards the salary of the employees, and why was it going towards new gyms and something that is added necessity but not current necessity?
So that fundraiser was solely for construction purposes, and that money is your money. If the community does not want an expansion, the community can say that.
But I feel like the community would just assume that the current salaries were being met, and that's why they would ask for a new gym. And I don't think, yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ishan Sheikh, and I'm going to be speaking on behalf of all the youth today. Bismillah. I want to start with something that personally, my connection with Mufti Wasim. My family has known him since New Jersey. We've known him since he was a child, and we have great family connections with him. Mufti Wasim was, when he came to Texas, he was located in Houston. For anyone that knows Houston, they have a 10 times greater youth count than Frisco does, than the Dallas community. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. He, wallahi I say this, he took me and 3 other members of Frisco Masjid to Houston, and the adab and respect we witnessed that was presented to Mufti Wasim, I've never seen in my life before. I'm saying this because I'm also a resident of Plano Masjid. I was part of the first Suhbah class led under Sheikh Khalil Abdul Rashid. The same scenario played out in that Plano Masjid. And I felt completely heartless and broken, and I promised myself that I would not let that happen again to a scholar that I respect. We, the youth, today are speaking, all of us standing up, behalf of Mufti Wasim. Every fundraiser, every event, you say, the youth, the youth, the youth, the youth. We elected you to represent our voice. You are coming here saying you want feedback. This isn't feedback. This is a conversation. This isn't supposed to be a circle. We're supposed to come, if all of the community is easily angered, then that means something. To find a scholar, by the way, let me just reiterate this, who easily connects with the convert community, the non-Desi community, and specifically the sister community has not been found in the 21st century. There's few scholars who can do that. There's a severe problem within our ummah today that a lot of our sisters don't receive the equal attention as the brothers do. Ask any of the sisters the amount of time and effort he gives specifically to their classes. I also want to reiterate, you talk about attendance to the masjid, let's talk about attendance to the classes. He leads classes 7 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and guess who mostly shows up? Youth. Our youth, all of us who normally don't want to come to the masjid or sleeping in Saturday, we come out of our way to attend his lecture. Why? Yes, sure, it's for Islam, and that's great. But we've been presented Islam throughout our whole lives. Why do we want to go to Mufti Wasim? Because his teaching style is unique. Anyone who attends his classes will understand that. He not only goes over curriculum, he goes to the side, and when he talks about other topics, he goes in depth. This isn't about, please do this for us, let Mufti Wasim. We the youth, are we demanding Mufti Wasim comes back? Yes! I don't know how else to say it. I really don't know how else to say it.
So,
restructuring? Restructuring? Is that what we tell our scholars today? Because we just had him on phone say exact opposite of what you said. You said you treated him with adab and respect. That's not what Mufti Wasim is saying. And this isn't from Oz. This isn't from, like you said, he say, she say. This is from the man himself. Please answer to that, Dr. Adil. And I don't want the word restructuring in your answer, please. Brother, this is our masjid. We don't need to go to any other
So
masjids.
I think we all have heard you loud and clear. You guys can have a seat.
No, we're not going to sit. We're good. Yes.
So the answer of what Mufti Wasim said, what I said, I'm not going to get into that.
Okay. Why aren't you going to get into it? You said this is a conversation, right?
The point is that there was a discussion that took place, and I have the utmost respect for Mufti Wasim, so I'm not going to get into what I think happened, what he think happened. I think it's fair that you guys have spoken loud and clear. We have taken notes, lots of notes. If I can ask, give us some time, let us reconvene. And
Wait, I want to say something. Wait, no. Listen. I understand and I respect your position as Shura. All I'm saying is, today is a demonstration that hasn't happened in any masjid. I promise you no other masjid has had all the youth stand up for a scholar that's left. Because most of the time the scholars leave, we're hopeless and we have nothing
Brother
to say.
Zishan, what I'm saying is, give us a few days and we will update the community. By that time, Mufti Wasim will be back as well. And inshallah, we'll see where we can go with this.
Will Mufti Wasim be allowed to come back in the masjid and we can have a conversation, put him on a panel with the shura, etc., and have a conversation with the community?
If that's what the community wants, absolutely.
Is that what we want? Please raise your hand. Is that what we want?
Okay.
Okay.
So guys, can I just say one thing? Like I said, I have heard you, guys.
Brother, please sit down. Brother, please sit down.
Guys. Can I please respect you guys to sit down? It's a humble request.
So sit down. Okay. 7.
At the end of the day, this is not my masjid, not the Shura's masjid. It's a community's masjid. I've been standing here for over an hour taking questions, and I think you guys have made your point. All I'm saying is, let us talk amongst ourselves. Mufti Wasim will be back in a few days, and inshallah, we'll see what can be done.
Inshallah.
All I'm asking is that we end this gathering in a respectable manner, and at the end of the day, we are one community.
Do sisters have any questions?
Assalamu alaikum. I just want to say a few words. To the best of my knowledge, Mufti Wasim's contract expires on October of next year. I think it was a fast termination decision that, in my opinion, is not shouldn't have never been done. I would love to see him back at least until his contract is expired, and during that time we can look for some money, to replace him if you can, and I doubt it, because he was one of the best. Very intelligent, educated, speaks several languages. I mean, he's up to everybody's expectation. I don't have kids, but I know what he's capable of doing and raising our community. He's one of the pillars of this masjid and the community in general. At the same time, let's not forget, we also have another great imam, Imam Shakil, who spent a lot of time working hard and devoting every effort to please everybody and try to bring people to the masjid. And I admire him, and I'd love to see him stay as an imam. because he's doing a great job. We cannot deny that. As a member, I've been here coming for almost 2 years, and without Imam Shakil and Mufti Wasim and Sheikh Mubin and Sheikh Hafiz, this masjid would not even stand. They have the full knowledge to keep this community together, and I would recommend highly that we keep them as best as we can.
So Brother Raji,
And the second thing, excuse me for interrupting, but the second thing, the expense, $450,000 a year for payroll, that is too much. And that somehow we have to reduce it in one way or another in order to keep the expenses down. We also need to bring the Arabic classes back. You know, you can't memorize the Quran and not understand it. God will not approve that. We must understand what we read, and Arabic language is the fundamental of reading the Holy Quran and understanding it. And I was shocked last year that we canceled the Arabic classes. We have a lot of volunteers who are willing to come and spend time and teach. No matter how little, it's better than nothing. But thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Can I say something? Assalamu alaikum. So I believe we all agree, like Shura and all the brothers here, that the termination of Sheikh Wasim is not based on his performance. Everybody likes him, looks like. You admitted that it's not based on his performance, it's just like structure. The elderly people, they like him. The young people, they like him. The sisters. I don't know, like, if anybody of that people here have any actually negative point about him. He's different, you know, and we actually, it took us a long time to find this kind of character. We don't want just like an imam. We want somebody charismatic, you know, somebody to lead the young people here. So if it's a matter of structuring and cost, the brothers here, like, they're willing to support. We're willing to support. It's not just, it's you know, and I appreciate you're flexible to think about your decision and try to find a better solution, because I think he's an asset for the masjid. I want to say something, like, for the future, like, not to go through this again. I think we did that last year. You know, the shura take a decision and the community is not happy with it. I think we need to find a different setup for this kind of decisions, at least. If we have maybe a committee from the community, it's a check and balance. We cannot just give you the you know, executive branch and the judicial branch at the same time. So we have to do something. You know?
Once again, I will reiterate that we hear you guys loud and clear. If it's okay with you, I can have some closing comments for 3 more minutes, and then.
So I'm gonna make one last comment. I've been sitting here listening, and you know, with all due respect, I understand the Shura makes a lot of decisions and sacrifices a lot to do the things you guys do, and we appreciate it, and may Allah bless you for it. But if this is not checks and balances, what happened today, I don't know what is checks and balances for the Shura. Because with every elected body, whether it be the government, a nonprofit, 501c3 organization, there is, like you said, there's reviews of processes and things like that, and there's benefits given after if someone has to be terminated for restructuring. But I do not believe this restructuring made sense personally, and it doesn't seem like others do as well. I do think there were other ways to restructure, and that was feedback the community should have had an opportunity to give. But once again, if this is not checks and balances, if you will tell us how we do give our feedback where it's impactful.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I think about Brother Wasim, it is already, everybody talk about it. I would ask about other thing. For last year, you have a lot of decision about something related to Islam. Example, prayers, zakah, sadaqat. Do you guys have some mufti or imam to ask him that's halal, haram to take the decision? Did you do that?
What decision?
Example, like the zakat, ask about it, and you have new system about how to give zakat for poor people, and we talk about it is not. I don't. I told you this is not in Islam. This is the other thing. I have to be talking Urdu to listen because I have a lot of questions for 2 years. Nobody listen. Of suggestion, example about prayers. I try to make the prayer jama'ah. Every jama'ah try. Look at this. The Dhuhr jama'ah at 2, Asr 4:30, Maghrib 5:26. Who can make the 3 jama'ah prayers? And I said that last year and said, oh, it's already printed. We can change it. This year, I said it like 2 months ago. I came and told you, oh, go talk to someone. And nobody listened to me. Not only this, a lot of things, you know. To have to be Indian or Pakistani to be listened. Yes, right. No, that is what happened, brother.
If we've given you that impression, I apologize. That's not the intention. I'll take the fault for that. If that's the impression that you were given, I apologize. As far as the questions are concerned, I don't think this is the forum to answer them. Zakat, halal, haram. The shura doesn't decide that. We consult our scholars. But this is a discussion for another day, and we can have that, if I may suggest.
It is like I told about for like the last November. This is not the year before about the prayers. We try to pray, and I told you this Dhuhr adhan is at 12:20. Make it 2, Asr 3. If you miss one of them, you miss a whole.
So we defer the salah timings to the imam, and this can be a discussion that can be had at a later time. Brothers and sisters, this will be the last comment, and then we will, inshallah, wrap it up.
Can you all hear me? Yeah. So I think I've been involved in Plano Masjid and this Masjid and from a very long time. We do come across sometimes these difficult decisions that we have to make. One thing we have to keep in mind that we are one community. Nothing should divide us. We have to come to one decision which is helpful for all of us. Coming here, looking at the youth, I'm really impressed. I mean, the way they have come here and supported Sheikh, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, this much amount of youth I've never seen supporting anyone. So, I mean, I won't take too much time, but I humbly request that if you can go back on the drawing board and reconsider your decision, I think we can come to a conclusion which will satisfy everyone. So at this time, I don't think we can make a decision because you have made a decision and we are seeing how the community is coming up. We can spend whole night talking about asking questions. But I think one message that you can take is that go back to the drawing board, look into your decision, see if there is a room that we can bring Mufti back. Jazakallah.
So inshallah, that's what we'll be doing. Once again, thank you to each one of you for taking the time to being here. And inshallah, we're here. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.